Hello everyone, and welcome to our winter sowing video here at Lilyrow Gardens. So, I'm back from Florida, had a wonderful trip, and I did take a lot of pictures, so I will work on having my tech support, my husband, put them all together in one video. It was beautiful, and we did go to Orlando, we went to Disney, and their gardens are lovely, of course, and so I enjoyed just the warmth and the sunshine for a week. But we're back here. It snowed this morning, if you can see behind me, and as promised, we are going to do winter sowing. I have never done winter sowing before. This is not an instructional video. If you want to learn more about it, there are many people who do it better than I am on YouTube. Check it out. This is more just me showing you what the average gardener will do the first time. So we're going to do this together. I did assemble all my supplies so that I'm not running all over the place, and we'll see how it goes. So we will be sowing, I've chosen sea holly, steel blue, to sow today. This does need a cold stratification, which was a totally new concept for me within this past year. It means this plant needs to have a cold period in order to germinate. And there are other plants like that. Now, I'm not doing only those that need a cold stratification, but if you think about it, again, I'm in Pennsylvania, zone 6B. There are several plants that what I call volunteer every year. So they drop seeds the year before, they've overwintered, and they come up. I get tomatoes, sunflowers, my columbine shows up in a different spot each year. Probably just about any seed, in my mind, would overwinter if it didn't get eaten by birds or animals or rot, and then it would come up the next year. So essentially what we're doing is we're helping what would normally take place. And we're doing it, I'm doing it in the milk jugs. Now they're on YouTube, you can do it in milk jugs. I've seen it in the plant regular trays. There's even a lady on there, which I haven't watched her yet, but she does it in baggies. So it's just basically the concept of you're making a little greenhouse outside. You're not taking room inside to do it. And you're letting God do his work that he intended creation to do in the first place. We're just having our small part in it. So what I got my milk jug. I just bought plain old potting mix from Lowe's, and I put this up here to show you, but I'm going to put it down. If you want to do organic, go ahead and do that. I just picked that up when I was in Lowe's a few weeks ago. Then I do have a blade that my husband provided for me, but I'm going to try a kitchen knife because I always have these handy, and these I use and I forget to put back where they belong. So if you are like me and you don't feel like running all over the house looking for your supplies, we'll try this knife and see if it works, because I always have that handy. Anyway, then duct tape. You're going to need a plant marker. I got these nice plastic ones now. I have used wooden ones before, but they tend, if I use them inside, they can get moldy, and the marker I've used, permanent marker before, has run. So I just went ahead and ordered these off of Amazon. They're just little plastic tags. I have a new gardening marker, which I really like, and I highly recommend this. And again, Amazon. I think it was $7, but it writes very nicely, and from what I've heard from other people, it lasts better than even a Sharpie. Then we need our seeds, and like I said, we're going to do sea holly. I have a whole pile of other ones. I simply went through my seeds and saw which ones, I chose which ones I would plant out in spring. So the majority of these I'm going to do winter sowing, but I will probably also start indoors and see how it goes. But just to give you a sampling, and I will have a list of these below the video. I'm going to do snapdragon, dill, delphinium, linaria, which I've never grown linaria before. I'm excited to try that. Sweet peas are another one that need a really early start. Bells of Ireland, Swiss chard, Lacy Facilia, which I've never grown before either, but I think it's going to be really pretty. I've seen pictures of it, and hopefully we'll get that to grow. Scabiosa, some mesclun mix just to have an early start with, more lettuce, yarrow, and here's another type of snapdragon. So those are what I'm planning to winter sow, but I'm only going to do one with you today and then do the rest on my own. And then we'll update. We'll see how this goes. So, got my milk jug. The first thing we're going to do is put holes in the bottom. Let's see if this knife will work. It does pretty good. It's not one of my fancier steak knives, so I don't think I would recommend that because your husband might not like it when he eats his steak next time. But anyway, so there we go. That worked. I probably did overkill, but that's how I am. Okay, so this is working great, which helps me out a lot because then I'll always have a knife accessible. So you don't want to cut the whole thing off. You don't want to cut your hand off either. So there. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more to make it open up a little bit. So I started at the handle, went around to the other handle, and there you have it. So you want it to stay attached so it can close over, and then we're going to tape it up. All right, now the next thing is dirt. Let me grab that, use my knife to open that up too, and I should have got a cup. Oh, assistant, can you throw me a cup? He's already gone on it. Well, all right, thank you. Cup, let's get some dirt. And this has been, not outside, I had it in the shed so it wouldn't freeze. But we're gonna have to moisten this a little bit. And we're gonna put that in there. We'll do one more cupful, I think. I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty deep, we're only starting this in here and then we're going to transplant it, obviously. So I'm gonna add a little, you know what? Can you hand me a plate too? Because I forgot this has holes in it. It's probably gonna be a big mess. So add plate and cup to your supply list. Thank you. Alrighty, so there we go. Just kind of get my hands in here and mix this up. It doesn't have to be sopping, but what you want, you're making essentially a greenhouse. Now the dirt is cold, so I can't tell if it's completely moist, so I'm just gonna try to, so it's holding together. I might add, just gonna add a little bit more. And now I was watching a different video and they had tried initially with seed starting mix, but they said, and this was Laura on Garden Answer, she said it ended up being too hard for her to keep that moist, or something where she preferred to use the potting mix then. So if you want to use seed starting mix, you can, but I think I would trust her knowledge and not waste my time, but rather just do this. And essentially the seeds would grow naturally in the ground. You're just kind of giving them a little extra start. So I don't think you need to do the seed starting mix. Okay, I should have looked and seen. Let's see. So this needs press into the surface. So all the holes I just made, I'm going to fix up. Alrighty, there we go. All right, so just press in this seed into the surface. It doesn't have to be planted to any depth. And I already opened it because I knew my hands would be messy. I think what I'm gonna do, let's see, there's quite a few seeds in this packet, so I'll have enough to put in this and plenty left over for more than what I need. So I'm just gonna scatter them over the surface like so. I'm probably planting again more than I need, but we will check that out later. There you go. And then, you know, I should have... Hun, can you hand me the spray bottle? Thank you. I should have gotten my mister, my spray bottle, because I'm going to just spray them in the top here. And there we go. Just to wet the seeds. We'll press it in there. It's kind of fun playing in the dirt in the middle of winter. And I'm not making too much of a mess. All right. I guess it's not even the middle of the winter. Beginning of winter, we still got a ways to go. But that's okay. All right, so now let's get the tape up. I'm gonna put this inside. And I have the date that I planned on. I don't know if I said it's January 20th. So I'm trying to be good with recording when I do things. All right, so let's see. My hands are dirty and wet, but we're gonna see how good this tape is. And there we go. Probably gonna go around again. Don't tell my dentist I did that. Okay, let's do that. And then that's a little, little shabby. All right, I think I'm gonna do a whole piece and wrap it around that way. And then do one more on the bottom. So we're sealed up. I can see my seeds in there, and then I'm going to write on the outside as well. C. Holly 119. I'll do it on the tape too, just in case. We'll see which works best. All right, that's it. So I will be planting many more of these, and I'll show you when I get them all planted, and then we'll just check them. Oh, you leave the cap off and then water. I think you mostly have to make sure that the soil stays somewhat moist. And obviously this is going outside. If we get another deep freeze for any extended period of time, I would assume that this dirt is going to freeze, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It works for many, many people, and it should work for us. So thank you for joining me today. Have a good day.